So today, I got a very important message for you guys. There's one big mistake you can't be making right now. Today, I got something very important to share with you guys. So this is a very important video. I know it seems like every day it's important, but today I do have something else important to share with you guys. Let me kick off what that is. Today, it's another explosive day, just like last night. We're seeing a lot of movement left and right, but today could be even better. But there is something very important I got to share with you guys. So let's kick things off right away. First of all, we're starting out the day at 96.3, which isn't bad. A little bit better than yesterday. In fact, yesterday was confusing for Bitcoin. And you guys may be wondering, well, why did Bitcoin go down yesterday? Right? And actually, it has to do with one certain country. And it's still confusing on why that country actually did what it did. The U.S. market is starting out kind of mixed. Oops, wrong there. There we go. Okay, no, in the U.S. we're kind of in the green, so that's good, right? But that's not the country I'm talking about. It's this kimchi premium. I know that's a little bit racist, but somehow that's a term that's been swirling around for a couple years now. I'm talking about South Korea. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard what happened yesterday. Somehow the president of South Korea all of a sudden in the middle of the night declared martial law. Like out of nowhere, in 40 years, he declared martial law, and it was due to something really stupid. And then he undeclared it, and it caused a whole lot of panic, okay, in South Korea. People didn't know what the hell was going on. People sold everything, including Bitcoin and crypto in South Korea. I heard some exchanges had problems. People were trying to get their money out. And yeah, it caused a whole lot of problems. So for us in the US and Europe, and many parts of the world, I don't think we saw it. We just saw a whole bunch of pumps. But I think this actually did disrupt Bitcoin in a way. That's why Bitcoin actually was a little bit rough yesterday. But I think that's all over now. So this actually, this actually affected yesterday. So now that this is over, well, I don't know. I don't know what's actually happening in South Korea. Supposedly, this is all over some kind of scandal with the president's wife at inside trading. And, he was trying to put the blame on the other side or some other party or something. I don't want to get too much into it because I'm not the most knowledgeable at this topic. But all I know is it was a really strange situation. And it should have never been done. But it caused a whole lot of panic, which is why Bitcoin actually went down. But we're starting out the day real good, guys. 96.3, and most of the alts are still holding yesterday's gains and breaking upwards. But despite all that, we had a lot of great news, right? We had this, Paul Atkins, who we're still waiting to hear from whether or not he is going to accept this new role at the SEC, right? Someone that it seems like is very well liked in the crypto community. He was advising for the project RSR, who pumped up to the moon yesterday and then came back down a little bit, but still holding most of the gains, right? Someone that's been in the crypto space. So we're waiting to hear if he is going to set the position. And also it looks like there are two other people being considered for the CFTC position, right? So basically, bottom line is this. All the new positions, or I should say all the new candidates for these open positions are all very pro-crypto. Pro-crypto. That is key. That's why we have this big sudden surge with all these crypto companies based in America. For so long, for the last 4 years, maybe even longer than that, we've been under the scrutiny because of Gary Gensler, right? Any U.S.-based company that's been operating under Gensler has been so afraid of being sued. And now we are entering a new era, so to speak. Really, we are entering a new era, and that's why there's so much bullishness on any company, any crypto company that's based in the US, right? And this is absolutely amazing. It's a breath of fresh air, and everyone is super, super, super excited. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But you know what? Despite yesterday, the crash in South Korea, not here in the US, inflow 676 million from the ETFs. Look at BlackRock. Larry Fink is like, hey, if you guys want to sell, I'll buy. Almost 700 million just from BlackRock alone. Right? So despite Bitcoin being consolidation mode, look at this. It's forming a triangle and it's about to break out, okay? And once it does, it's not going to look back. So even though, here's part of what's so important about my message today. Even though alts are pumping right now, I get it, right? It is super, super exciting. It is very exciting to be holding on alts, to be buying up alts, to be FOMOing into alts that are skyrocketing right now. Here's part A of my message to you guys. Bitcoin, once it breaks out of here, is going to skyrocket really quickly. By the end of this year, we still have like 3 weeks left. We could see a tremendous run from 100 to 110, 120, 30, 40. The same kind of FOMO we're seeing in alts, we could see into Bitcoin very, very rapidly. I just want to warn you guys, when that happens, a lot of money could be sucked out of alts, okay? We have seen this before. I've seen this playbook before, where the whales would actually use the alts to kind of make as much liquidity as possible before dumping all that into Bitcoin. And you have seen the alts actually turn red when Bitcoin pumps up to the moon. I'm just sharing that with you guys, not to say that that will happen this time, but we all know that Bitcoin has been consolidating a little bit under 100,000 for a while. And when it breaks out of here, it can be ferocious. Okay, so I just want to warn you guys. Some of you guys may be thinking, well, this is altcoin season. I'm just going to sell all my Bitcoin, go on to all the alts because they're all pumping right now. I'm just warning you guys, we could make a big shift back really, really quickly as soon as we break out. So do not feel like this is the time to make the 100% shift. Still make sure you have a good amount of Bitcoin, because once we break out 100K, I think we're going to make a big break upwards, right? But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't hold alts. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be enjoying your gains, right? Because there are a lot of alts out there. There are a lot of alts out there. But I just want to remind you guys, we are nowhere near the end of the top for Bitcoin. Look at it, right? We don't even have any red dots yet. Nowhere close to top. So this altcoin season, right? Measuring this, I know a lot of people think it's altcoin season. No. If you think this is exciting, just wait until next year. This is kind of like a mini altcoin season. I think a lot of you guys forgot, back in March and April, we saw the same kind of movement. In fact, we saw more. March and April was crazy. We had a lot more pumps than now. But I will say, like my yesterday's video, this is kind of like a FOMO time period. Any good news is starting to pump. So you guys have to pay attention. You know, today, if you didn't notice, look at BNB. BNB's up 23%. And you may think, well, that's just a random pump, right? It's just a rotation into BNB. Wrong. The reason why it went up is because PancakeSwap announced that they're coming out with like a pump.fun competitor. So now you could launch your meme coin on BNB through PancakeSwap. This is the reason, because look at what pump.fun did for Solana, and then Sun.pump did for Tron. And keep in mind, why did Tron pump yesterday? Because Justin Sun did a brilliant marketing move saying that he invested in Trump's token or project, right? So right now is the time to be paying attention.